Acha niwashow story yangu na accounts and the reason why I don't use accounts. Like the reason niliacha kutumia accounts. So nimewambia I started working online in 2015. Hiyo time nilikuwa green. Like nimetoka ushago, nimekuja town. Najua tu kuna kitu watu wanafanyaga watengeneze pesa, but I didn't know what it is. So kidogo kidogo nikapata plug wa accounts and the first account that I ever got ilikuwa inaitwa Rev. So enda kwa Google mbio mbio uangalie Rev. Rev is a transcription account and that's the first ever account that I got. Msichana kutoka Bungoma nimechukua account ya Rev. Account inanilipa 50k in a week. Imagine umetoka from not making anything and then suddenly you're making 50k in a week. Me, I'm telling you, I almost went crazy. Juu hiyo time nilikuwa nashika simu yangu hivi naangalia, nitaambia nani, who will I tell that I'm balling, your girl is balling. So I used that account for a while and then nikasema, what if I hired like a couple of guys? Si ndio? Juu kama mi peke yangu natengeneza this much, nikinunua accounts mingi na nipatie wase, how much will I be making? Nacheki hiyo hesabu na ukumbuke your time by the way sikuwa na responsibilities mingi, na tena ukumbuke account moja ilikuwa inaenda na 2000 ikienda sana 3000. So ningeshika account kama 5, hiyo ni like 10k. Nikatafuta transcribers wangapi they were like 4, lakini mmoja alikuwa very reliable. So nikatafuta transcribers 4, nikapatia kila mtu account shika right. Nakwambia kuna month nilitengeneza pesa mingi. Acha tu nisiende huko, but these accounts were paying me really well. Unaelewa, it was paying me a lot of money. So kitu ilikuja ikanishtua ni time hizi accounts zilifungwa zote all at once, like without warning. So hiyo time nikashtuka kidogo, but nikasema maybe kulikuwa na shida nini. I bought other accounts. Na ukumbuke hizi accounts unanunua zikikuwa level 1 and you have to build them pole. You build them hadi zifike hiyo level ya juu. Na hii level ya 1 hailipi poa sana kama level iko advanced. So I kept doing that. Na hizi account consistently zilikuwa zinafungwa. So unaona? So nilifanya hivyo for like, was it a year and a half? I think a year and a half. The accounts kept getting closed. Like ningenunua moja, nifanye nao kazi for a while, inafungwa. And then our train pia wanakuja wanachanuka, they go by their own accounts. I did that for a while. Na kitu ilifanya sasa nikaacha kufanya kazi na Rev ni ati the closing period ilikuwa ina close in. So kama ya kwanza ilikuwa unaitumia for like 4-5 months ndio ifungwe, ikafika time unatumia for 2 weeks inafungwa. 1 week inafungwa. Like hata before you build the account, ifike ile level 50 ishaenda. So hii kanituma nikasema maze, this is not a way of surviving. Like nikisema na survive na hii account, hii Nairobi mimi nitalala njaa. Unaona? So hiyo ndo reason nikasema transcription ni kama imekuwa tricky. Na ukumbuke nimesema nilikuwa nimetoka ushago, sijui any other way. So nikasema kama hii ndio transcription, naona nikiendelea hivi after a short while sitakuwa na job in Nairobi na hadi nyumba itafungwa. So nikachukua saving kidogo, nikatafuta wase wanafanya writing, so content writing. Juu pia nilikuwa kwa group fulani, niko na wase wa content writing pia wanatengeneza pesa poa. So sikuwa najua any other way ya kutafuta kazi as a transcriber apart from the Rev account, and that's the reason why nikalipa mtu anifunze nini content writing. So this guy taught me and I was very worried. I was a worried lot. Juu mimi nilikuwa namuuliza, hey, niaje? Do you think I'll even be able to make half of what I used to make? Like in a month, can I even make 70k, 50k? That guy told me, maze, focus on learning the skill. Focus on becoming better, because once you do that, hautaikosa kazi. But hiyo time mimi nilikuwa naona tu anapigia mbuzi gitaa juu. Hii inakaa tricky, ni kama nitarudi ushago. But anyway, mimi nikaendelea, nikajifunza kuandika, and the good thing, this guy had a lot of work. So akaniandika kazi and aliniemploy for like 2 months. And during that time, I used to make like 30k. Juu angenipatia articles 4 in a day, na alikuwa ananilipa 250 shillings for every 500 words. Hiyo ni kama sumuni per word. It's very low, but at that time 2016 haikuwa pesa mbaya sana. At least I would pay rent na nibaki na pesa kidogo. Na ukumbuke hii time yote pia I had some savings from transcription. So sikuwa mbaya sana, all I wanted ni kuwe poa. So nikatoka hapo nikaenda Upwork, and hiyo time Upwork haikuwa as competitive as it is right now. So I went to Upwork, pitched for work, and I was able to close in some clients. Then I worked with those clients for a while. I came to learn about cold pitching, which is a way of finding work. Na hivyo sasa ndio nikaanza kutafuta clients. I remember getting another one, was an Indian client. First I got a South African client. That lady ndiye alinionyesha kumbe you can make a lot of money as a content writer, because I used to write for her magazines. She had 2 magazines, and also she had clients. She was also a content writer, so she had clients na alikuwa na acha niandike for her magazines, na pia kazi ya client wake ikifika we used to share. So the lady was paying me a lot, like for 500 words anginilipa almost 1500 shillings, and I was like, so there's a lot of money to be made here. Now ika happen, I got a clue of who their client was, the lady's client. It was an Israeli guy. The guy now alikuwa ananilipa pesa mingi, rating alikuwa analipa that lady with. Alikuwa ananilipa almost 5k for 500 words. But that didn't last long. Ilifika pahali akani blue tick. I think the business went down. Then I got another Indian client, and that client ndio alininunulia gari. Like he paid me enough that I was able to buy my car. Let me not say first car, because it's still the car that I'm driving. So this client alikuwa ananilipa for 500 words. They used to pay me $12. Not a lot, but they would give me a lot of work. Like in a good month they would pay me almost $3,000. I think I'll leave a screenshot here of how much this client used to pay me. But you see, like $3,000 in a month. Na ilikuwa consistent. So I worked with this client for like 2 years. Was it 2 years? But now, the thing that made kazi yetu iishe ilikuwa emotions. And that's why I always say, don't mix pleasure na business. This Indian client wanted for us to start dating, you see, which is not bad, but now alikuwa anataka to chat. Like anytime akinitumia message kwa WhatsApp, like I'm there to respond to that message. So it was a whole whirlwind. Ilikuwa too stress. Ukikosa kureply, ukiamka asubuhi, you get a message, amekufire, like hey, we can no longer work together. And then when you text them, hey, what's up, anakureinstate. So it happened like that for a while. Like ilikuwa back and forth until one day nilienda kwa beach, and then I took a picture of me and some other guys. It was like 4 guys. And when that client saw that picture, I'm telling you, all hell broke loose. He fired me paka leo. So I tried reaching out, but the client was like, no, nika give up. So after that, I needed money because this client was paying me a lot, and I wanted a lot of money quickly. So that led me to buy an account, something that I had sworn never to do. This was like 5 years later, because my last account was 2015, and now this one that I'm buying ilikuwa almost 2020, at the height of the pandemic. So I got that account. It's a Verblio account, and I've shared very many screenshots of how much that account used to pay me. Again, I'll just leave a screenshot here for those who haven't seen. That account used to pay me a lot of money, the Verblio account. I got mine, I think somewhere mid-2020, and I used it for like 3 years, which is a very long time. Na nilikuwa nimebuild your account to a very, very high level. Like level, is it 15 or something? That's a very, very high level for those who understand. So e account, it would pay me like $57 for 1,000 words, and it would pay me $140 for 2,000 words. See, that's a lot of money, and I love that account. Juu sikuwa nafanya kazi mingi. In a day, if I would just do 1 2,000 word article, like I'm sorted. So now nikifanya mbili, where I'm balling, that is $280 in a day, and I would easily do that, because a 2,000 word article utaifanya na how long? Si nikituka 3 hours, and in a day uko na how many hours? So that account was very nice in that sense. Okay, now I used that account for a very long time until na nikiambia watu hii story wanadhaniaga ni jaba. So there's this guy, I used to go work at some place in town inaitwa Swahili Port. So it's a co-working space na place ya tech guys. I used to go there, and then I met this young guy. kalikuwa Maseno University, and he was doing hizi vitu za tech and things like that, and of course he was just trying to explore Storia online. So when he got one paying client, akakuja akaniambia, niaje Olivia, can you help me, like client akilipa alipe through your PayPal? And I was like, why not? So the first day the client paid, tukatoa pesa nikampatia, and it happened for a while. Now there's this one day the client paid, alilipa $500, and of course nika withdraw the $500, nikatumia the guy. Now the next day I was just checking my inbox, nikapata PayPal wameniambia the client has disputed the payment. So what that means is that the client does not want the money to come to me anymore. They want the money back. Let me just say that there's an issue and they want the money back. So I reached out to that guy. Hata nikashtuka nikadhania ama wananikon, but I trusted the guy. So I called the guy, nikamwambia niaje, the client has disputed the pay, so we need to return that money so that my PayPal remains in good standing. The guy was okay. Akaenda akachukua hiyo pesa akanipatia, and I returned the money to PayPal. And I thought that kila kitu imeisha, like I thought everything is good, everything is sorted. So ikafika time ya Verblio kunilipa. I remember, na nimeongea kuhusu hiyo trick, mimi ilikuwa wananilipa, and then I take that Verblio PayPal, I attach it to my PayPal so that the money reflects. So this time, I'm taking that email, I'm putting it to my PayPal, but the money is not reflecting. That time I had traveled to Bungoma, nikasema I'll deal with this when I go back to Mombasa. So when I came back, that was the second week, which again I was supposed to be paid the second time. So they used to pay weekly. Pesa ikaingia, I attached the email again, the money is not reflecting. And you know, in a week, I used to make a lot of money with Verblio. Again, like I said, I'm going to share the screenshot here. I hope I've already done it. So the money is not reflecting. That is like $500, like $460. 2 weeks, money is not reflecting. So I try contacting PayPal. PayPal tells me contact Verblio. I contact Verblio, they tell me contact PayPal. It was back and forth, until finally Verblio decided to contact PayPal. And when they did, guess what happened? PayPal told them, in fact, this person that you're calling Ariel is not even Ariel. It's Olivia. Olivia is a Kenyan. Just like that, my account went. And the worst part is I tried telling this guy that, hey, you know, that mess ended up messing my account. And he was like, no, that is just another issue. He was not even remorseful. That's why I always warn people against sharing PayPal. But anyway, that's besides the point. Verblio is my account number 2. And I used it for like 3.5 years. So when that got closed, guess what I did again? I decided to buy another one. And this time around, it was expensive. So I paid the lady the money. It was like 60 Gs. She gave me the account, and when I was trying to change the login details and things like that, the account got closed. Ilifungwa before I did anything with it. Like the account got closed. 60,000 down the drain. Okay, najua ni pesa mingi, but for me, haiku ni stress sana because all this money had come from Verblio, right? But it was very stressful for me because now I was like, so what next? But the good thing, all this time, nikitumia the Verblio account, I also had 2 clients on the side because right now, nimekuwa a bit wise. I don't depend on one source of income. So I had the 2 clients who were equally paying me well. So vile account ya Verblio ilienda, at least I used these 2 clients as my buffer. And that is how I managed to survive. Right now, nilisema story accounts itaki. Juu mimi honestly, easy accounts, like there's one thing that always happens is they always end up getting closed. I have a little brother mwenye amejaribu pia kuingia kwa vitu za work online. So far, amebuy sijui accounts ngapi. Was it 3? Alijaribu Prolific, akaitumia for a while. It used to pay him very well. Ikafungwa. He tried other accounts. So you see, like one thing is certain when it comes to accounts, ni huwa zinafungwa at the end of the day. But again, I'm not saying the accounts are bad because clearly, based on what you've seen, the accounts pay very well. So mi usema, if you want to use accounts, option 1, if you have somebody mwenye ako US ama hizi countries zenye zina allow for these accounts to open, then let them open the account for you, because in that case you're going to use the account, yes, under their details, and in case the account gets closed, you can always have them verify the information and the account will be reinstated. You see, now option 2, if you're going to buy the account, just know that yes, I'm buying the account, but there's no guarantee that this account is going to last me for a long time. So it's just going to buffer me for a while, like inisaidie kulipa bills, kulipa school fees, travel, nini, but at the same time you're also saving up, because your account eventually is going to end up getting closed. It's not a long-term strategy when it comes to like making money. It's just something that you use for a while ukijipanga. Okay, so that's that for today. I'll catch you in the next video. Bye for now.